in circumstances as auspicious as these, by recognizing each and every one of you individually and personally, and thanking you for being here today. I greet you all because I appreciate all of you. I recognize the great contribution that you make to improving our lot, offering insights and guidance, and helping us become better and more successful. We recognize the Minister of Trade and Entrepreneurship, Red Tiroyao Nenzima, and thank him for the warm welcome he has extended to all of us. We appreciate other ministers who are here with us. I always deliberately avoid referring to anybody as honorable. It's a personal bias. I don't like official and sanitized lines of thought because they often lead to sycophancy and a failure to engage seriously and honestly with facts and reality. Let me greet the chairperson of the Sovereign Wealth Fund, Mr. Farouk Gamel. He spoke with such magisterial eloquence, guided, enlightened, offered nuggets of wisdom and rationality for which we thank him. And we trust that under his leadership, the Sovereign Wealth Fund will be able to catapult all of us, the country, into undreamt of levels of prosperity, so that we open the doors, not close them, and the windows, to abundance, which abundance will inure for the benefit of all the people of this country and the continent at large, so that we break the curse of the inaccessible abundance that typifies the world, where there are certain vanguards, pockets of abundance, and large swathes of poverty and deprivation. We trust that you will guide, sir, in the right direction. We appreciate all senior government officials who are here. There are a number of presidential envoys and special advisors, folks with whom I spend hours on end reflecting, arguing, quarreling, almost fighting over ideas, suggestions, challenging established convention, entrenched preconceptions. I argue with these folks. And I get worried when I see society seeming to freak out at the slightest hint of disagreement. Disagreement is not fighting. We must disagree. I would be extremely worried if we did not. And I encourage you to disagree. We will disagree with Business Botswana. There will be certain instances where we converge in terms of thoughts and ideas, practices and approaches. It's all very well. And when we differ, and we mediate our differences with civility and respect, in the quest to find each other, that's part of democracy. That's what democracy is all about. So I get worried when people seem to cringe, balk at the slightest disagreement, and interpret it to be hostility. I thrive on disagreement. I'm a creature of disagreement. I was trained to disagree. I'm both a rebel and a truth seeker. How can I fear disagreement? And so feel free to disagree with me. I'm not a hothouse plant that wilts when exposed to the sun. No, I don't. I actually thrive when you expose me to the harsh winds of criticism. I love it. That's my training. And so I encourage that we differ, we disagree, we probe, we examine, we challenge robustly but respectfully. Some of the envoys, like my good friend Fazam Kamalabad, remember arguing, debating, discussing issues into the early hours of the mornings in Dubai, long before I came close to occupying the current position. And we were planning for exactly these moments. And so when the moment came, I was happy to appoint him one of my special envoys and advisors. Not just because he's a Harvard-trained economist. That didn't play a part, just from the engagements that I had with him over a long period of time. And he's part of us. He's with us. He spends most of his time here, and I thank him. I thank all the other envoys. I see many of them here, folks doing great work for this country and receiving no payment for it. They travel the world at their own expense. They are passionate, they are committed to the growth and the success of this republic. I am much in their debt. I thank them profusely and most profoundly. Thank you very much. The BITC chairperson is here with us. We thank her, we recognize her. We recognize Ray Jewel Ramapoy, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Trade and Entrepreneurship. We also recognize the board of directors of BITC, the chief executive of BITC. I recognize all other CEOs who are here. I saw you folks were part of an alluring constellation, said 100 of the best CEOs in the country. And I looked at the faces and profiles, and I remembered a statement by one author. Anton Chekhov says, "Do not tell me the moon is shining. Show me a glint of light on broken glass." I said to myself, I don't want to hear that these folks are the best CEOs, 100 of the very best creme de la creme. I want to see results on the ground. I want to see projects tangible, deliverable, transformative actions that speak to and impact the lives of real people, creatures of flesh and blood, subsisting at the margins of our society, in the underbelly of our economy, folks catching hell and looking to these 100 of the best CEOs for solutions to the problems that press them down. I want to see solutions from these 100 of the best. This is what society is yearning for. And so we appreciate the accolades, we recognize the CEOs. We must now see some action. That was just to recognize you. And celebrate your successes. All representatives of the private sector, I appreciate you. The media as well. Some of the folks who should be encouraging lively, robust engagements in our society, the media. Sometimes they are finicky. They fear engagement. When the spotlight is shown on them, they get confounded and confused and trip and fall. But we must subject them to scrutiny as well. In the same way that we expect them to subject you to scrutiny. And we ask of them that they report accurately, factually, freely, that they do not pass their unanchored speculations and opinions off as fact. Most of you folks get vilified, roasted publicly over sentiments and presuppositions that are factually incorrect, allegations divorced from reality, and they are splashed, occupy acres of newspaper space, forcing you to always be rebutting, answering, and wasting a lot of your time. We would rather spend our time engaging on serious matters. fact being reported, supported by evidence, then we have some meaningful discourse engagement. Otherwise, everything else is a waste of everybody's time. But we thank the media. We thank them for the work that they either do or attempt to do or wish they did. We have a number of very important guests here. I was told Didier Drogba would be here, and I see him. And I also see Emile Heskey, whose erstwhile team has done very well recently, but seems to be faltering now. And we hope that in your falterings, Men United might just slip through and get to the very top. We hope. But thank you very much for being here with us today. Beloved guests, ladies and gentlemen, I've recognized and appreciated you as best could be done in these circumstances, with due diffidence and admiration. We are here at the 2025